Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us again. I am Shanae, Miss Party Life of Party Life Productions, wedding planner and event designer for the two dope chicks, attorney Millicent and Shantae Pride Daniels. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing so much about your two dope wedding weekend and love story. We've talked about your welcome party, and we've dabbled a little bit on welcome day. We talked about you getting scammed, and we've been pretty candid so far. I need to go back to where we left off. A prenup?
We want prenup.
All right. So help me a little bit with a little bit of myth busting, because there's a lot of some positive, some negative connotation with prenups, and it's something that you guys are loud and proud about, and I just love to share some of that knowledge.
Yeah, I think that, at the end of the day, that although we love each other or in love, is sometimes relationships don't work. And so, really, the purpose of the prenup is to make sure that everything is appropriately addressed, just in case the worst day happens, is we both know the terms of what we're left with and what to expect, so that there are no surprises. So it's prudent. It's prudent. It's wise, and it's good business.
And a prenup doesn't necessarily have to just to protect one person. I mean, it's to protect both of us. I mean, together we both have businesses, assets, children involved. So prenup was a no-brainer.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean it's not an indication that you don't love the person that you're with. Absolutely not. It's just that you respect each other enough and are transparent enough with each other to make sure that each person is well protected.
I think that was really important to share. I, the the joke behind it is just that we were doing it, or you guys were doing it, in the lobby
In the
It
hotel
was,
lobby.
yeah,
on
yeah.
Friday night, hours
Mm-hmm.
before your welcome party. But if you've been a part of our past couple of episodes, you know what their day-to-day life is like, and that's pretty normal.
And we, had some changes that had to take place and had to be addressed. And, we were working with our attorney, and it was just like, okay, we really need to address this. And the wording still was off and not right. And so we look up, and it's Friday night.
Yeah, it's Friday night,
And
6 o'clock, and
and we're still trying to address some of those things, because I was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Meanwhile, the wig was waiting,
The wig was waiting. It was a lot.
but the prenup has been signed.
it has been signed, and we are at
The
peace,
two dope chicks
and we're not going nowhere.
are married, happily married. So thank you so much for sharing that with you guys. I wanted to talk a little bit about the wedding day experience. And of course, we know how important that was. And I have lots of details to share, but I want to just start with the guest experience from that moment when they walked through the door, when they first arrived. Or actually, if we can rewind a little bit, even where your mornings started, how your days went, how you felt in your suites. We decorated a little bit, had a little,
It was beautiful.
a little jazzy situation going on so that everybody could feel comfortable. There's TikToks, there's behind the scene footage happening. Talk to me about your wedding morning.
Well, my wedding morning, I woke up and I was like, I miss her.
Ain't no mountain, ain't no sea.
They do this very often whenever they have to be separated.
We had to be separated. Well, we didn't have to be separated, but we decided that we felt like we needed.
Was it we?
She decided.
Yeah, I had to interject there.
Whose
It was
side are
not
you
a
on?
we.
Whose side are you on?
Well,
Well,
in this moment, Mill's right. That was not a we decision. It was very
So it's
much
a she decision.
a she decision for that. It was very well known to me, at least, that Millicent saw no need to separate the night before. And like you said, you woke up and you said, I miss her.
I mean, let's do this and remember this. We were only apart probably for maybe 5-6 hours because after welcome party, we went out with some of our guests.
Craziness.
We did not get in until like 2,
Fode.
3 in the morning. She came to my suite. We sat there and talked or whatever. She left my suite at about 3:30-ish.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So yeah,
that was wedding day.
Yeah, pretty much wedding day. So we slept maybe 2 hours and we were right back into the day. But I think I missed her more during the course of everything. And so I was having my moments of like just thinking about what was she doing in her suite, who was in her suite, helping her, that sort of thing.
You're so sweet. I miss you too.
How would you describe your wedding morning, Mill?
It was super peaceful. It was really, really peaceful. I mean, my suite was just, the makeup artist was there, hairstylist there, um, one of my best friends, I consider her my sister, was there and present the whole time, just helping. One of my big sisters, who's one of my sorority sisters, she came and was really, really helping me out. So it was just super peaceful, a really nice, peaceful experience wedding morning.
Well, I'm glad y'all was in there like.
Because your room was pretty turned up.
Oh, my room was on 10. We went there like this. So my room was on steroids. I mean, I had the hairstylist in there. Kimmy, my makeup artist, she was in there. Family was going in and out.
Can I tell them about the call I got?
Yes.
Because I got a call at some point in this, busy morning and getting ready where we needed a little assistance, a little intervention. Come get all these people out of my room. Yeah. And so while Millicent was having a peaceful,
namaste,
beautiful morning, it was.
And, not to be mean, I just needed a moment. I mean, I was still tweaking my vows, so I never could find the moment to just really think. And then I had all these vendors coming in. So they were coming in to decorate the suite. And then the other ladies were coming in, they were steaming my dress. And it's like everyone that came in, they were coming in pairs. And then pairs turned into
2 by 2.
And then they have assistants.
Then they have assistants. And then it started being 3 by 3 and then 4 by 4. And I was like, oh, this is too much. Yeah.
So Millicent, from your room, I believe you had a view of the ceremony setup. The for those of you, many may not be aware, the host hotel and the wedding venue were literally next door to each other. So you can see, I'd requested that she had a room where she could not see what was going on. Of course, attorney Millicent Daniels overrode that one. But it was a beautiful view. It worked out really well. But you were able to see a little bit of what was going on?
Yeah, I was able to see a little bit. And it was super exciting, getting up and going to that window. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm watching them build this beautiful structure for us, for us. So that was just amazing, amazing, absolutely amazing to witness just this beautiful creation and progress for us.
Definitely for you guys. So
I saw cars.
yeah, Shantae didn't have a view.
Just cars.
But speaking of building for you, I wanna talk just a little bit about the process of how something like this gets created. So even though right now we're talking about Saturday morning, the load in for this wedding began at 8 a.m. the day prior. So we set up from 8 a.m. until midnight on Friday and started again around 7 a.m. on Saturday and up until wedding time that later that afternoon. within that, one of, I think, the most memorable transformations that we made was changing the carpet in the ballroom to white. That was my biggest
Ripped
ask,
up all the carpet.
my first big ask, and these ladies so wonderfully said yes to everything.
Yes to the dress.
And yes to
Yeah,
the
we loved
dress,
it. We
yes
loved
to
it.
the carpet, and it was all worth it. But those things take time. And so transforming a ballroom's flooring, and so many people ask, what venue is this and where are you? And I assure you, it is in its natural form, beautiful, but not what you're seeing. We completely changed everything there. And so even there was a 20-foot wide rose petal chandelier made of fabric in the ceiling that most people could have assumed was a part of the venue initially. So these are the things where there are multiple lifts going on, and while carpet is being put down, that's happening in the ballroom, while another team is starting with floral breakdown and production, and we had a 40-foot acrylic aisle runner that went up to their stage, 2-foot stage with a 14-foot structure on top of it, in where multiple people asked me, do you think that's too high? No, it's fine. So
It took me a little
That was
second to
beautiful.
get up there.
it
Yeah,
was
yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
it was wow for them. But one of my favorite elements, do you remember, this was our very first phone call, when we discussed your vision, um, what you gave as one of your favorite TV moments that you wanted to reference.
I wanted to reference Crazy Rich Asians. That's my favorite movie. I love the wedding scene. And I was like, I got to have water. I want water. I don't care what y'all got to do. I haven't asked for much throughout this entire. I didn't ask for much. And so I wanted water.
Okay.
Actually, I wanted to walk
Please
down
tell
the
the people she wanted to
aisle
walk
Yeah, be
on the
honest.
on
water.
Be
water.
honest. You wanted to walk on water. You wanted to be
Well,
Jesus.
when Jesus did it,
You
I
know.
said, whew.
Miss Party Life has done a lot of
It
things,
must be
but
replicated.
walking on water was not one of them. But I'm very proud of the suggestion that I made instead,
Created a
and
beautiful water
how it
element.
turned
It
out.
was beautiful.
We ended up with a 8-foot by 12-foot water fountain, water wall. Um, that was the first thing that guests saw when they entered the ceremony space. And it served as the perfect backdrop for all of their photos. There's water behind them. It really felt like water was everywhere. And so I try and remember as much as possible from that first phone call. That's usually when people tell you what you really need to know about them. And that was a really, really key aspect.
Thank you. I
Now,
appreciate it.
And I really want to highlight, listen, you did a fantastic job. Is this wedding actually got started with it, back in January, February of last year? And so much work had to be done to get to that point because we started very late with the planning. But you did an incredible job of pulling everything together. I mean, vendors from all throughout the country pulling in Thursday, Friday of wedding weekend. And that was just amazing to see.
I would estimate that at any given moment, Friday afternoon, Saturday morning, there were no less than 20 to 30 vendors, with all of their teams included, working on the
Impressive.
setup for the Two Dope wedding. It was
Impressive.
massive,
Well done.
and people who really cared about what happened with you guys. But
Oh, thank you.
speaking of keys, we will
Yes.
start with the guest experience. First, tell me a little bit about how your guests were dressed.
Our guests were asked to wear all black, formal, and they executed that very well.
It looks
Our
good.
guests looked amazing. They were beautiful. Everyone, I think, I don't remember anyone being out of dress code. So everyone respected our wishes. It was one.
I saw one.
You saw one. But I think that was kind of fixed
Well, then
before.
I saw two.
You saw
And the
two?
two, yeah, yeah. And it was resolved after a
And
little
it was
conversation.
resolved.
Yeah, it was resolved.
But everyone looked amazing. Looked
That is true.
amazing.
That was really great. We did have someone come with a little pop of color, wanted to be different. Not today.
Today is not the day.
Today is you're starting your Two Dope experience, and we're doing it in all black, formal, and so we got rid of that pop, and it was beautiful. So when guests arrived, we wanted to welcome them to the Two Dope experience. You guys talked a lot about
The Two Dope experience.
wanting to give people as much of you as possible. So tell them a little bit about what they received when they walked in.
They received a personalized key that had their name on it and a QR code. And the QR code was to allow them to find their seating during reception.
For the reception.
For the reception. But that key was like the golden key when they received it. Everybody was so excited about their key, and it had their name on it.
So their golden ticket, if you will.
The golden key.
But we had 3 different color acrylic keys. So in place of escort cards that would typically tell the catering team what each person is eating, and in place of a traditional seating chart. So of all the things that you would see at a typical luxury wedding, one of them would be a huge seating chart display. We skipped that. And that's where that QR code shared with all the guests where their seating was.
Because we told you from the beginning, nothing about us is traditional. So we didn't want anything to look
Like anybody else's.
like anybody
wedding.
else's. We wanted to be unique, we wanted to be different because that's us. Dope and different.
So I know you all didn't get to spend a lot of time at cocktail hour, but we did make sure that you had a chance to understand what your guests were experiencing. Can you tell me? I don't know if you'll have the same answer. What your favorite element was from cocktail hour?
One of my faves that I loved is the confessional booth.
Step inside the confessional booth. Tell us what you think so far. What's been your favorite part? We can't wait to hear what y'all say.
We'll see you in the booth.
All right, you ready?
Hi, Shantae and Millicent. This is my confessional. This entire weekend has been amazing. It has been such a expression of love, of strength, of glam, of all the things that's possible with love. I am going to admit that the moment Millicent walked down the aisle, I started crying. And Shantae, when you came down the aisle, I was just overwhelmed. The love was palpable. This has just been an amazing weekend. I can't pick a favorite part because every part has gone higher and higher. I thought last night was epic, but so far the wedding has been phenomenal. I'm so happy for you guys. I love y'all so much. I am so appreciative of being able to share in this moment with you guys. And here's to many more years, decades, lifetimes of love, laughter, everything your heart desires. I love y'all.
Reporting live here at the Two Dope Chicks wedding. Let's start off with Friday's night recap. Now, it was amazing.
Yes.
Capital AMAZING. And they had 112 there.
All I kept thinking is, oh my God, how are they going to top 112? How are they going to do it?
So who were your thoughts?
When I saw love on basically the menu, the program, I said, it has to be Musiq Soulchild. It has to.
Okay, so before you saw the program, what did you think?
I had no idea. I said maybe one. it 112 again? I don't know.
Or who else makes like,
K. Michelle, I was thinking
Jagged Edge?
Yes, Jagged Edge.
Musiq Soulchild?
Yes.
Top tier.
Oh,
Top tier.
Love. I can't
No,
sing.
don't
but
sing it. Don't sing
it's
it.
okay.
I like the end. B-U-D-D-Y.
Don't be shy. Give it a try. All right, we'll see you. We'll see you guys for the rest of the wedding because let me get my drink.
We're going to keep you guys updated with the latest here at the Two Dope Chicks wedding.
Congratulations, Crunchy Munch. Our dime of the line. We love you. We are so happy for you. You got us in this tight booth with Shakira and these hips and booty, but we doing it for you, girl.
We love you.
We love you.
Congratulations, ladies.
Congratulations. Millicent, thank you for taking care of our baby, our Crunchy Munch. We love y'all.
Kisses.
Kisses.
Bye.
Bye.
Fresh off the jet wag, we have Bernie.
Oh my gosh. This is so amazing for me to be here with my number 5, with Webster. Oh, Millie. So many things that I could choose to go into. But let me just summarize it. Thank you for including me. In 2017, when you celebrated Shantae's birthday in Fort Lauderdale, I'm so glad that I had the opportunity, even just for the evening, to experience your then, somewhat new partner. And to be able to be here today, thank you for including me in your joy, for me to be able to be someone who can be a testament to your love, to have been there for both of your confessions. This is only the second wedding that I've been to that made such an impression on me because of the vows, and also just because of you.
Oh my goodness. And just to piggyback off that, what an incredible experience,
beautiful.
event. Everything was beautiful. We love you both. The dresses, all of your
Everything.
print material, we felt like an immersive experience. The ceremony was stunning. Your vows
Everything.
were touching. Your outfits, phenomenal.
Yes.
And we just feel the love. Thank you for, like you said, including us. And we are so glad to be a part of it. This is just the beginning of a lifetime more. Cheers.
And what about you?
Yeah, I think that I gotta amen you on that. I thought that the whole premise of the confessional booth was just super dope, of allowing people really to pop in the booth and give their thoughts, and we be able to actually watch the recording after the wedding. I thought that was incredible.
It made
That
us
was unique.
feel like, because we were not there,
It made us
we
feel
had
like
the
we were there.
opportunity to be there. Yeah. And it was so cute that on the confessional booth it had "These are my confessions." All I could hear was
That's my
Usher.
favorite
"These
part.
are my confessions." Just when yeah.
Confessional booth was amazing. Guy, your guests really enjoyed being able to talk about it. And the funny thing is, during cocktail hour, at that point, they'd only seen Musiq Soulchild. They did not know what else was to come. So, there's different stages of the feedback that we have in the confessional booth, because some people went inside early in the evening not even understanding what was to come. Now, I think if we asked many of your guests, they would likely say their favorite was the merch station.
Yeah. Everyone loved the merch station. I love the merch station. I mean,
I thought you were going to say merch station.
the t-shirts, the tumblers, the umbrellas,
Let's see. Shot glasses.
shot glasses, shoes.
And it was all free.
And it was free. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car.
All Two Dope branded, Two Dope Wedding branded merch. This was the heart and soul of my planning for quite a while. Coming up with inventory and how many for each and sizes and the different phrases. I think one of my favorites for the shirts was
I came, I saw.
it was too dope.
It was too dope.
And guests really loved that. And even their bags, we had customized gift bags with their faces on it. What I loved the most about you guys is I had those bags and I just held on to them. And you never even asked me to see them when they came in. So it felt like everything could be a surprise for you, that you were able to experience it just like your guest. And that was really special to be able to have those moments instead of, having this, log of all the things that are already going to be there. You pretty much had no idea for the most part for a lot of things. Um, in addition to the confession booth and to the merch station, we also had a perfume station where we shared the custom perfume that you all created for all of your guests, and we'll get more into that.
Yeah, because my nose is
later.
still like recovering from that whole process. I blew.
That was fun though.
We
It
got
was
to tell the
fun, but I
people.
blew my whole nose out
trying to
trying to
Develop a fragrance.
develop a fragrance for a unisex fragrance for our guests.
We had some rough moments
Some rough
in
moments.
between.
But I mean, I think overall, I think the part for me, before I could even like really get to seeing how the guests really enjoyed cocktail hour, I was still just on a natural high from ceremony. Ceremony was, I could not contain myself. Like what was it, about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, that entire ceremony, Millicent was like, yeah, all right, yeah, let's do this. Come on. And I was like, okay.
Very rarely have I seen you
Opposite.
nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And
We were the total opposite that
I
day.
stood there and I was like, oh my goodness, she's nervous.
And that never happens.
She's
Usually,
nervous.
if you're on 5, I'm on 10. If you're on 1, I'm on 10. If you're on 6, I'm on 10.
Mm-hmm.
And ceremony was like, I think I started crying right there where the keys were.
Oh.
I'm talking to the ladies at the booth, and they're still giving somebody a key, and I'm standing there, and they're like, don't walk up. She's about to come out. She's about to walk out. And I'm like, okay. So I'm standing back there, and I hear the song playing when the girls were going to walk down the aisle, so I could hear that song. And the tears just started flowing at that moment. And then after that, I heard the song that we were coming down on. So at that moment in my head, I'm like, okay.
And that was, of course, Love by Musiq Soulchild.
It was Love by Musiq Soulchild, which was the whole premise of this day.
Musiq Soulchild.
Actually by
live.
By Musiq Soulchild live. And so I was like, oh my gosh, she's walking down the aisle, and I could just feel my hand like literally trying to hold my bouquet at this moment because somebody brought it to me like, here's your bouquet. And I'm like, I can't hold it right now. But I could just hear him singing the lyrics, and at that moment, the lyrics meant something totally different. It changed, yeah.
And Mill was
I'm like, I'm actually doing this, and she's halfway down the aisle. Now it's my turn.
Yeah, I was halfway down the aisle, and of course we did it our way. I stopped halfway down and turned around and waited for my life partner.
Give me your hand.
And tell them why you did that, because that was another one of our conversations and decisions that was made. It wasn't something that was just done.
I think the symbolism of, we walk through life together. So even in that moment of to stop, turn around and reach out my hand and wait for her. And then we walk the rest of the aisle together.
Because we got to walk the rest of this life together. And so it was just
It was just a
like,
beautiful moment.
yeah,
It was a beautiful
It
moment.
was, and the discussion about it, around how we came to doing it that way, it really meant a lot to see it happen.
Yes.
yeah.
Because I knew it was exactly what you wanted and the way that you guys planned for that to be.
And the arguments that was going on in the background about who gonna walk you down the aisle, because my dad passed away in 2021. So it was all these discussions about who's gonna walk you down the aisle and who's gonna. I'm like, we're gonna walk
each other.
each other down the aisle. We got this.
You,
No worries.
You had it.
We
you
had
it too. It turned out beautifully. And speaking of, because I didn't get to see you in that moment when you saw the keys, but that was the expectation for guests when they stepped off the elevator, which had been customized with your photos, and they would walk right into these keys where they're handed a key to their Two Dope wedding experience, and they walk down what we call during the planning process the mini museum of photos of you all in this
Through the years.
And it draped in this white draping, just a beautiful setting for a beginning. And then they step outside to this waterfall, and we have everybody seated as we
It felt like a destination. It didn't feel like we were in Orlando. I felt like we were, I don't know, overseas somewhere, but it felt magical, and you could feel the love as soon as, which was perfect when Musiq started singing Love, because I'm like, you can feel it. Like I don't know about everybody else, but I felt it. And just knowing, I talked to some guests that was telling me, oh, the saxophonist, he was amazing. He played this song, he played that song. And I'm like, man, I can't wait till we, get a chance to hear it. But everything kind of symbolized we didn't even have a theme as far as, but we didn't need one
Two
because
Dope was the theme.
Two Dope wedding was the theme, but love just kind of took over everything.
And that happens when you have the right guest in attendance also, because they help to create that moment,
that atmosphere
with you.
And then, not to mention, we had Meredith. Meredith was, and I know people may see her standing up there like, oh, they probably hired this lady to. No, Meredith, our officiant, has known us from the beginning. She's known Millicent longer, but for her to officiate our wedding and to be there and everything that she said during the wedding, it was like, man, this is heartfelt. It was touching. So everything
like that moment when you sang during your vows.
I was not going to do that. Word that comes and goes. But do people really know what it means to really love somebody?
Was that planned?
It really popped in my head as I was walking down the aisle, because you got to know I was so concerned about my vows, and I had just handed them over to somebody and was like, make sure you get these to Meredith, because she wanted our vows so she could have them up there for us. And I'm like, I'm asking, I think it was Kimmy said, I got it. And after she had it, I don't know where it was handed off to. But as I'm walking down the aisle and we was thinking about love and I'm feeling the love, it hit me, love, a word that comes and goes. But do people really know what it means to really love somebody?
That was
So
beautiful.
she sung it.
And then, oh, love, though the tears may fade away, I'm so glad your love will stay. Let's see. So, yeah.
That was beautiful.
Such a beautiful moment.
So as you were thinking about that walking down the aisle, I was thinking about just don't trip. Whatever you do, don't trip.
Don't
And that was-
trip. And that X on the spot where
Exactly.
you were supposed to stop.
Exactly.
You did perfectly, Phyllis.
But I mean, everything just fell into place because I know I almost lost it again after we said our vows, and it was time for Musiq Soulchild to sing again. And he started singing Don't Change. And I'm listening to those lyrics, and he was like, you know, I don't care if your hair turns gray. I don't care if you gain a little weight, just as long as your love don't change. And it was perfect because I'm looking at both of us and I'm like, dang, when I met this girl, she was in her early 30s. Now all around here is gray.
That was not necessary.
Hey,
I'm
we were doing good.
I'm literally sitting
We were
there like,
doing
oh my
good.
God.
We're talking about love
And
now.
yeah, and I'm like, man, but I still love her the same way I did
Oh,
15 years ago when all of this wasn't gray. And both of us, you know, both of us over the years, we've gained a little weight, we lose a little weight, we gain a little weight. But the love, if it has changed, it's just that it grew.
yeah, it got deeper.
It got deeper and more intense.
Mhm.
But just standing there listening to him sing that, and then the sun is setting behind us, and I felt like a little wind. It was like, oh my God, I got chills up here because first of all, it's taken her 15 years to get us to this point. 15, 1 5, FILTEEN, 15.
Well, since we're talking about 15, there's a
Jesus.
beautiful part of 15.
What is it?
One of the things
That I waited?
No. No. One of the things that you all came to me with in the very beginning is that you wanted a 15-tier wedding cake.
Absolutely.
And I wasn't always certain that it was going to be the best move. Obviously, you know, mechanics and things like that, and looking at other examples and deciding where and how. Um, talk to me about how you guys came up with that. That was
That wasn't you guys. That was Shantae.
I was just about to say
I'm starting to feel a theme here. I'm starting to feel this
the
theme.
15-tier cake.
You know, I didn't ask for much during this wedding. I asked for the waterfall.
No,
I
you
asked
asked to
you
walk on
asked for
water.
water on the floor.
You asked to walk on
And
water.
so the 15-tier cake was like the only other thing that I asked for. And I said, I just want a 15-layer cake, a tier to represent every year that we've been together. And oh my God.
Yeah, we have to take a moment to talk about the vendor that we ended up choosing to make this happen for us.
Love him.
I
Yeah, he's incredible.
I sent the ladies a video of his work. The cake looked very similar to what we were looking for. He was very far out of state. So I was just showing it to her as a reference, and she said, "Well, can we have him?"
If he can do this, I
I'm
want
like,
him.
well, let's see. So we pulled FlourHouse Cakes straight on out of Detroit.
Hey, Lincoln.
Hey, Lincoln.
Hey, Lincoln.
All the way
Mwah.
to Orlando, and it was nothing but a pleasure.
And the cake was good.
And
The
he's
cake was
still
good.
our friend to this day. We still talk to Lincoln.
And I think the favorite part was that Lincoln sent over tasting, shipped it overnight, and it was beautifully packaged, very well done, and delicious.
You know, it's hard to find a cake that's delicious and
Beautiful. Yeah.
beautiful. He executed that so well. And you all say that I asked for a lot, but then you went and did a lot with it because why did the cake
Swing.
have a whole reveal? People
A
have
whole
gender
box.
reveals.
The
We
cake had
had a cake reveal. The whole box opened up to the point where people thought another artist was about to pop out of the
Yeah.
box. And the whole time, it was the
His cake.
15-layer cake.
You're too dope.
Too dope.
So Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was a beautiful.
That I was
Yeah.
about to
That was a
forget.
beautiful
As we were walking
to
up, cut
mention.
it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
Beautiful
It
album.
was wonderful. All 15 tiers.
And did I say the cake was good?
The cake.
Yeah.
We
the
know
cake
you
box,
love the cake. It was good.
the design of that and production. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely
wonderful. And it's crazy because it's been it's a lot of footage around social media from the wedding. And I think it was your reel that I captured. Like Neil and I have like this crazy little handshake that we do every now and then. You actually caught our little handshake at the end of your reel where we're walking down from the when we're just now they're announcing we're married now. We didn't jump the broom. We just kind of danced our way down, but we danced to Musiq Soulchild once again singing Buddy, Buddy, because you my buddy for life. Like you signed to Death Row. Like you in there. Like you can't go nowhere. You my buddy.
Really cute.
It was so just everything was so magical, and just thinking about that soundtrack, it was like, who brings their own soundtrack?
The Two Dope Chicks.
To the wedding, because that was part of the Two Dope experience.
It was definitely an experience.
That's why they got the key, baby. It had to unlock all of that.
Magic unlocked. So now we have gone through. Your guests have gone through the museum of you. They've been to the ceremony. They've seen Musiq Soulchild perform 3 times. They've gone to cocktail hour, where there's of course wonderful, food and beverage, but the saxophonist and photo booth and confession booth and perfume stand and
they tired.
Merch store.
They've been at the wedding now about 5 hours right now. They about 5 hours in.
It's time to head down to our, next phase to get reception started. And we've talked a lot about Keke Wyatt already, but of course we begin the day with your first dance. And we just a couple of entrances, of course, with your daughters. Did Miss Annie enter into the reception? I think she was gone by then.
She did. She came in with Shamaya.
Okay.
Yeah, Miss Annie was starting to get her sugar was dropping. Her sugar was getting a little low. She was ready to eat, but she was there. Just amazing. We came into the ceremony. First of all, we were just overwhelmed from our first look of how the room looked, how it felt.
Let's talk about that moment.
You look up and the airless, she is just going around swinging from the ceiling.
There's a lady dancing from the ceiling. And that's another thing, another moment that you all have never heard about, where, moments before that setup, the space wasn't adequate and we had to make some pretty big moves in order to make that happen. So that was just another behind the scenes moment that was going on. But I really enjoyed the room reveal with you guys because, as I said before, you were so patient and trusting, where you'd seen minimal photos. It was based on complete trust, and I didn't want any tablecloths. We did all white tables, no table linens in sight, and they said okay, and that was it. And so
we were so easy to work with.
So easy, except when we needed an artist or 15-tier cake or anything, or to walk on water.
To walk on water, yes.
But to see your faces in that experience, it was kind of like, I feel like, I know for me, it was my first like breathe moment after we'd gotten through so many things. But to see you all be able to enjoy and not be moved so quickly, that is one of my favorite times of, any wedding, to be able to do that. And you get really bomb photos that we'll share with the people.
We did that first dance, and then it was like, okay, now I'm getting hot. I'm ready to get out of this. I'm ready to dance. But both of us are part of the D9 family. We're both part of a sorority. So first,
The ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
I can't even
Always
say
first.
it.
Always first. Always first.
I can't even say it. But yeah, you all did your thing. And during that was my first time probably seeing you really get angry.
So what happened? What
I
happened?
got angry.
I was like, oh my God, look at short stuff.
So I was really excited about that moment. Millicent and I are both members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And our beautiful D9 sister we'll let you tell the people. And what had happened in that moment, one of our later adds to the wedding was confetti, a huge burst of confetti. There was enough for it to go off 2, possibly 3 times, and it was intended to go off the first time during Juvenile's performance. I had been pretty clear on that, and so I thought. And as the AKAs began to stroll, here comes confetti.
Confetti everywhere.
And it made for a beautiful photo.
It was
is one of my favorite photos.
It was a setup.
It was
a setup.
And in that moment, I don't even want to, like, angry as, it's just a part of the the role.
Oh yeah, you were angry.
I was angry. Okay. Well,
but it was beautiful. I give y'all that.
And it also looked a little like favoritism.
It was.
Because I'm like, why would I do it during Millicent?
Of course.
And not during Shantae's? And Millicent's was first. And so it felt like, okay, so do I do the second burst during hers?
We didn't really need
But I don't want to waste the burst because I still need it
we didn't need
for
it.
Juvenile. And so a few people were able to catch my face, not those who were in the moment, but those who were watching the moment caught that little slip.
It was beautiful.
We made it work.
The whole serenades of our sororities.
That was special.
It was special. I know mine almost broke down again crying because my baby, my legacy, she actually, Tatiana, sang the lead solo part for the Sweetheart song. And so I'm looking like, oh my God, here I am at my 22-year-old is singing this song to me. I can't believe that we're here. So it was definitely special. And now I'm like, I'm ready to party. I'm ready to go now.
So from there, we the ladies change into their second looks. And
shout out to Jay Bolin and Anthony Lamar.
And we get the party started, and that's when we have the performance from Juvenile that we've told you guys so much about it, but it was just a really fun time. It really changed the tone. Guests did not see this coming. They assumed that there would be a special guest because there was one on Friday, and so they saw Musiq Soulchild, check, they're thinking it's done. Keke Wyatt, they're thinking it's done. We had to softly keep some people from, oh, I'm tired, I guess I'm gonna go.
I don't think you want to leave right now. Don't leave.
And Juvenile's team, I just have to say this was, during that, government shutdown time and airports, everything was a challenge, and their entire team elected to drive from New Orleans.
That was amazing.
Straight to the wedding. They were tired, and they pulled it out
they didn't
for
perform
us.
Like
they
was
did
tired, though.
A wonderful job, and so I was just so appreciative for that kind of love that night. But after Juvenile, after all the partying, after DJs, turned you up, that's when we had the second line band
Hey.
come in, and that has to be some of the most beautiful footage of
Oh
the
my
night,
God.
because not only did Millicent want a second line band.
Oh, now Millicent actually wanted something.
This is a Millicent
Oh,
one,
okay.
and Millicent was pretty particular about this one. Tell them what else you needed with the second line band. What was important?
Yes, we had the beignets. You know, we had the whole second line setup is the umbrellas, the Indians.
The Indians is what I was getting at.
Yeah,
So,
that was incredible that the second line band brought, you know, Indians, which is the New Orleans tradition. So it felt really a bit like home, a celebration of my upbringing. So that was special for me.
So with the second line, it was a beautiful way to pay homage to your family and your hometown, and just celebrate where you're from, in this room filled with nearly 200 people. And one thing that I want to mention really briefly is, of those 200, you had one family member present. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. So that's something that we need to talk more about. Join us on the next episode. Thank you guys so much for being here.